Spotlight on Frazee is sponsored by these community-minded businesses and organizations. Frazee Family Foods. What a hometown grocery store should be. Friendly staff, family-owned, and a wide variety of groceries to fulfill your needs. The City of Frazee and Frazee Event Center, featuring a 5,000 square foot room, a built-in stage, and a full-service bar. Perfect for a multitude of events. Call or click to book your event.
Welcome to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Ludke, and I'm here with Polly Daggett Anderson. Hi, Polly.
Hello.
A little rainy this morning.
Just a little. We like it.
And we're here at what used to be Schaefer's Farm. And we're in what are we in here?
We're in a historic covered bridge that will become a feature of the Wanigan Park project.
You know, and it's amazing that Dwayne Schaefer brought this thing in here. And it's made out of an old rail car on the bottom, flat car. And then all this lumber here has been cut on the property and milled, and the bridge was put up. And so it's quite a feature that spans the Otter Tail River.
It really is. The Otter Tail River is one of our state of Minnesota featured water trailways. It's 160 miles long. And part of that water trailway will go under this historic covered bridge.
And then, you know, like you were talking about the North Country Trail Association, too, the North Country National Scenic Trail will come through here.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, for Wanigan Regional Park, the first thing we're going to do is open up the park to hikers who will be coming through on the National Scenic Trail that starts it's called the North Country Scenic Trail, and it starts in North Dakota, and it's 4,800 miles long. It ends in Vermont, and so hikers on that trail will be able to come to Wanigan and camp in our primitive tenting campsites.
And, you know, so we're going to have 19 primitive campsites. 9 of them will be individual, and 10 of them will be part of a group camping experience.
Exactly, and we'll be able to do that right away, in addition to having natural trails, riverbank trails for people to fish from and hike on. And one of the things we're really excited about with Wanigan Regional Park is the birding. So we've had a world traveling birder come here this summer to monitor and record the different species that we found out here. And in just 2 hours, we identified over 30 bird species. And so we're really excited about attracting birders to Wanigan Regional Park.
And then, of course, the other thing we have is the Heartland Trail Extension, which is the only multi-use trail in northwest Minnesota that will be coming here from Park Rapids and going on to Detroit Lakes and on to Moorhead.
Yeah, we're absolutely excited about that. Right now, the trail goes from Frazee to Detroit Lakes, or from Detroit Lakes to Frazee. It's a short trip that a family can complete within 2 hours, one way, take a rest stop, and then go back the other way.
And, you know, it's great to see this stuff starting to come together here, you know, because now with the 3 different trails coming together at Frazee here, right adjacent to our school district, we will be able to provide camping for all 3 trails instead of having 3 different camping places.
Absolutely. In fact, that's one of the things that we're really working hard on with our Community Development Corporation. It's called Frazee Community Development, and Hank and I are on the board. We are working tirelessly on the private fundraising portion so that we are able to establish this park. One of the first things we're going to do is convert ag land to native plantings. The first thing we're going to do is have an oak savanna grassland that we'll be able to restore and get going on that right away.
And then plus, since we're right next to the school, the Native American Club and the FFA will also be working out here and helping us. And eventually there will be an outdoor classroom here for them to use and help the kids learn about nature.
Yeah, when you think about the Frazee schools and other area schools as well, think about that outdoor classroom opportunity. This land, it's 175 acres, and the topography, plant life, animal life is just astounding, and it will become a major feature for an outdoor classroom.
Well, it's quite the thing here, and we have a regional park status already.
We do. We worked really hard at that. So we were awarded regional park status from Greater Minnesota Regional Parks and Trails Commission.
And so now, and like Polly said, we are doing, working tirelessly, looking for donations from local people and area businesses. And so how do they get a hold of us, Polly?
They can go to our website, which is www.wanagonpark.com.
And see if you're interested. Help volunteer or maybe help donate and help us create this park for the future. This will be a pristine area for this whole region.
Absolutely, and I'm glad that you brought up the volunteering, because we are welcoming anyone and everyone who would like to help with this particular portion of the park, which is fundraising. And whether you have experience with that or just an interest in meeting people and talking to businesses, we would love to hear from you.
I appreciate you being on the program, Polly. And with that, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with another segment of Spotlight on Frazee. Welcome back to Spotlight on Frazee. I'm your host, Hank Leitke, and I'm here at the Frazee-Vergus Elementary School with Kitti Kivelak. Hi, Kitti.
Hi, Hank. How are you?
I'm tremendous, and yourself?
I am doing great also.
Good. And so what's new with Community Ed?
Well, this summer we had grant money, and we were able to do a ton of classes for all the communities, not just Frazee, but you could come from any community and take classes free of charge. We had swimming lessons. We got about 120 to 130 kids through in both Frazee at Town Lake and in Vergus at their lake. We have Mackenzie Ham's children, Hope and Faith, that did the lessons, and she is certified instructor and lifeguard, and it was great to give that opportunity to our children.
Especially that many.
I know. It's been fabulous. And the weather was kind of cooperative. It had some cold days, but the kids, well, they might have cared, but they went anyhow and participated, and it was a good experience for them to be in a lake.
Yes, a lot different than swimming in a pool.
It is. I think every kid needs to have swimming lessons, and I think they need to experience it in a lake too. Mm-hmm. So we also had a lot of art classes. We brought in an instructor, Aaron Lill from Minneapolis. We had Shane Gibson from Fargo. He's a Frazee graduate. We had Anna from Jolly Bird Studios come. Art is very popular amongst the children, and they all left with a canvas at every class of a print. And again, this was all free of charge. We had chess class going on with David Carter and Chad Mayfield. Kids love chess. We had about a number of kids that took ukulele, guitar lessons, crocheting, knitting, slime. We did about 5 slime classes, and they all filled. The opportunity was endless. We did American Sign Language, an instructor that teaches at Moorhead State. She came down and did a week-long camp, we offered it in Vergus because of construction. Mm-hmm. We have Spanish camps going on. We had French camps going on. It was just a great opportunity for children all around.
What a tremendous thing to have.
Yes, and I think it sounds like we're going to have the same opportunities next summer also. Robotics is really big. We did 6 robotics classes, like programming a drone and all that kind of stuff. Kids love that kind of stuff. Hands-on is the way to go. So that's great.
And now, of course, fall is coming up.
We're gearing up for fall, and we're going to have some of the same classes, but we're also defensive driving for anybody that is over 55 and wants to get a discount on their insurance.
Me.
Yes. So we have those, so you could call Community Ed to find out more information at 218-334 63181 and then hit extension 2, and that will ring into our office. We have youth football starting. We have driver's ed in Perm and driver's ed in Frazee going on. Just, it's busy with everything with families and children, and cooking is always popular. Art's always popular. If anybody has any ideas or suggestions or wants to teach, to give me a call, and we would love to visit with you.
Well, that's great. And I'm looking forward to the fall, the color change and everything else. And I'm glad that there's this stuff available for everybody.
It is great. People want to learn. People just have that free time. It's, read a book, or there's been book clubs out there. There's a bunch of different stuff.
Well, I appreciate you being on the program, Kitti, and all you do for community ed and everybody in the area.
Thank you. I'm glad that you offered me the opportunity to visit with you.
And so, remember, pet the dog, hug the kids, kiss the wife, and wave at the neighbor. The next person you wave at could be your next best friend. And we'll see you next week on Spotlight on Frazee.